All right. I think it is 9:10 now in India. So we shall start our session today. Today, 27th of March, 2021. So we completed our 1 year of experience with COVID okay, by now. Today's topic is about, learning session is about the Sakshi Bhav, the witness consciousness. This is normally, this aspect is been not given much importance, but it is a very important aspect on our spiritual journey. We practice it, we all know about it, but I decided to give this one session on that, just to understand the implications and what is the power of this. See, witnessing, it is basically the quality of our soul consciousness. The soul sees it, witnessing everything, it doesn't interfere into our life. That is a role of soul during when the life is running. When the life ended, there are other things it considers and plan for the next life, and all those kind of souls plan how much is achieved, not achieved, whatever experience as per original soul plan, etc., etc. But during this process, it is our soul consciousness or soul. It comes in the witness mode. But what happened is it gives a responsibility to run the day-to-day business to our ego mind. It has been, the instrument has been given in this lifetime, and then we operate through external life with that. There is nothing wrong in that. But as we are not aware of the everything, aware of the truth, we often go into the misleading thing or something, some illusion. I already had a session last week about the why the illusion is there to start with. It is a grand illusion I'm talking about, the overall, but so that we can experience. But while experiencing, because there are a lot of illusions, we get stumbling into many obstacles in our life. See, like if the one day is fully fog, you cannot even see 1 meter away. It is completely white out. Then walking, you have to be very careful. Particularly driving will be very risky. You know, you may bang with something with that we don't see forward. So this, the fog, the kohara, you know, that gives some kind of illusion of the reality around you, and you think that something is clear in the front, it may not be. Something, there is a pothole, you will not be able to see it, and then you stumble upon it and things like that. So that is the role of the illusion, and this, we try different methods and we get obstacles, and that's what sometimes we fall, and then we don't know why it is happening to us and all those things. I'm just wanted to walk. Why I have fall down? I have no bad intention. It's nothing about you. It is about you don't have all this information. You know, you don't have the clear picture. You don't have the experience of the truth. That's what your being obstacle is being facing. So in that sense, as the soul consciousness has given the free will to the incarnated body, it will not interfere into it. It knows that you're going to the, stumbling block. But it cannot interfere because you are operating under the ego. Ego is driving you because that's what the instrument given to you for operating in this three-dimensional reality. Now we need to learn that to know that there is a pothole in front of me, I should not walk, or I may cancel the trip, or maybe wait for some time when the fog comes down, etc., etc. This kind of decision, we can consult our soul consciousness which knows everything. Okay. If you don't ask, you will not get these things. You will not get into this kind of information. It is your free will to choose. And that's what I'm saying. I earlier also said, you have a right not to know something. You have a full right. Okay. You have to ask for it. And then it will be given to you. So this witness consciousness, today's discussion is about how to get into our soul consciousness so that the power what our soul is already having, we need not to import from somewhere. We can go to that level and then focus on our life from that higher level so that things are getting clear. So we don't get these obstacles and things like that. How to do that technology part, I will come later on, or I will share what I have done in this regard. So then what happens is, if you practice that, first you have to detach yourself from external reality. Because people are we are habituated in running with our ego mind that we cannot detach ourselves from that. We said, this is me, it is happening to me. I have fallen down. As long as you cannot detach yourself from that, your lower self or physical self, it will be difficult for you to go to the witness mode. The way I explain this is, I give my favorite example is a river and the boats. Like your thought mind, ego is taking somewhere, there's a boat. Okay. You cannot witness yourself being inside the boat, where it is going, which direction is going, and all this kind of stuff. You will not know. You will go where the boat is taking you. So to know that, you have to come to the shore, so river, bank of the river, and then watch where it is going. Okay, then your vision will be much, much wider. You can see the whole path. And what speed you are going. Is it enough? Or is it too slow? Okay, or some tide is coming, you have to save yourself. Or another big ship is coming behind you, it may bang you. All these kind of things you will realize if you come out of that boat. It's your boat only, you can go there anytime. But come out from look from a river bank and then watch. And witness, this is the thing we are saying, this is a witnessing. So now the question is, what to watch? Watch everything, it is flowing through your mind. Okay, that is the target. That is the object to watch for. What are the things? Your thoughts, your thought patterns, emotions you are developing, okay, or in the physical body, any discomfort you are feeling. All these things we do practice in the first part of our 6-step meditation. Okay, we practice that. But fundamentally, you have to accept that it is possible. If you are too much into that, he said, no, I'm going with the flow. How I can go to the river bank? It is not possible for me to river. I'm in the boat and this is me. Okay. So from our inner side, the mental side, there is it comes like some resistance come. We don't accept that it is possible to come out from our mind and watch it. How can it's possible? This is me. So fundamentally, you have to challenge that, because you are habituated. It's nothing wrong with you. But unless until this is done, you can have no spiritual experience, no power you can get from the, tapping to the higher, unless until you detach yourself from your mind. So many, I have seen people are, they are into this spirituality for years, but this simple thing is not done. That's why they're facing. Anything happens around them and they go into that mode. They forget about what is it, because it is not intellectual, see. I'm not saying you have to remember all the learning, whatever I told you in the, every week and thing. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying that you need to recall anything. It should come spontaneous. Your soul knows everything. I need not to teach you anything. Only thing what I am saying is that connection, unless until you ask for, it will not be handy. Okay, you are facing shortage of food. Say you have money, but you didn't go to buy. Okay, you didn't use it. The power that the money you have, how you get the food? It's not possible. Okay, so you need to use that. Same here. You need to use your inner power to do that. And to do that, first you have to realize that you are in the operated by ego. If you're in the denial mode, that no, I'm spiritual, I'm not under ego, but you go with the what thought says, some emotions comes. Some people are, saying some bad words to you, give 3 more back. All this your mind is doing. You are completely under influence of your mind. So where initially where to apply this, it should come from within. You should not then plan and some other mind activity to do. I'm not saying to manage it. I'm saying go to the one level higher. First challenge to do that is to at least tell ourselves it is possible. Okay. Many of us, they don't believe it is possible. How can I, disconnect myself with my thoughts? Because of that belief system that it is not possible, it doesn't happen. Okay, there is a belief system story, that one in a zoo there is a small elephant was born, the baby elephant. Elephant was running here and there. So whatever the zookeeper, they put a small rope and tied with a post. The baby elephant, thin rope. So he tried to break that rope, but didn't have it as a baby, So now he grew up, he became an adult, but still the thin rope he is tied with, he doesn't go anywhere. Because in the belief system, he tried it in the childhood, it didn't happen. So in the system, it has gone, it is not possible to break it. But now just like this, it will go. But he will not try it because his belief system is not allowing to try that. He thinks something impossible. Why I'm giving examples? Same here. Many of us, I think, how it's not possible. Consciously, they are not saying. It's a belief system. They don't believe it is possible. How can I thinking? How can I declutch myself with the thinking? So it's not possible. It is nice to hear, but it is not possible. Not practical. That's what the belief system is. So you need to challenge that belief system. It's very important. Okay. I will come up with the power of that, but technique, now I'm sharing what I have done. I have also faced the same situation. I could not declutch myself from my thought. Thought is me, because I have, so many years, 30, 40 years I have just spent on working from mind. How can I say it is not, I will do something else. And what the something else, I don't know. Okay. That is another challenge. Okay. See, from boat, I said I've come out, but I need to have a little bit of assurance that there is a shore there. No, I'm not, jump from the boat and keep swimming in the middle of the sea. No, that is my fear. Okay. But when you do that, we'll get the shore and stand up and then everything becomes clear. But we need to take that jump. So I tried different methods, but it didn't happen really. I cannot, witness my thoughts. Fundamentally, I'm sharing my experience. Why? Because my belief system said it is not possible. Like a small elephant, when it become big, it convinces itself it's not possible. I tried, it didn't happen. You tried, the time has gone. No? You tried sometime, that time it didn't work. It does not mean it will never work. Okay. So The energy has changed, your guidance has changed. Divine is bringing something, some knowledge or things to your in front of you to serve you. You have to say yes and take it. No? If you keep on choosing your old belief system, you will never able to progress. Okay, that is why it is important. You have a free will. You can accept or reject. You have a full right not to know. Okay, that's okay. But if you like to go forward, then you have to go into the further detail of that thing. Your spiritual guides they are there to help you out. Okay. And particularly this area, the question you ask to your guru or your spiritual guide, that gives the impression that which level you are, struggling with or which level you are attempting with. But if this question has never come across to you, means you have not reached there at all. You didn't see it is a topic which need to be addressed. Okay. So now I'm giving, so it doesn't matter. I'm not criticizing here. I'm saying that while attempting, this question should come. I'm not been able to see my, thoughts and emotions. How to do that? This thing, well, that's what I'm saying. This question, there are some spiritual seeker asked after many, many years. They are my fellow, spiritual seekers. My Guru Bhai, Guru Bahan, my spiritual sisters and spiritual brothers, so they're with me and they're, meditating for a long time. And these questions they have asked after 5 years. Okay. How can you do that? I can never been able to do this and all this kind of things. There is no shame here. Just step by step, you see that this is the difficulty. This is the difficulty. How can you do that? Can you give some other techniques or something? I'm just focusing on this part. So that they go, it's a simple thing, but that's it. They break that ceiling and gone, then progress is very fast. Rest of the things are already clear. But they're stuck into that. The witness has not developed. So now today I will give you that technique. Okay. How to break that belief system that it's not possible to see my thoughts and my emotions. So my emotions, how can I see? Okay. What I did, now listen to this part very carefully. Very simple thing, but I have seen, that's what I'm saying, 5-6 years people are stuck because of just this thing. First thing, everything you face in the external world, I'm just sharing my thing, maybe everything I faced in that time. What I used to do, I used to say, suppose somebody, says some bad words. So I think so-and-so is giving gali to me. That's a normal. Mujhe gali de raha hai. Okay. From there, I said, so-and-so is abusing or verbally, bad-mouthing to Rajdeep. Everything is happening that today I am sad. Instead of that, I said, today Rajdeep is sad. Rajdeep missed the flight, so Rajdeep is unhappy. Not me, not I am unhappy. Okay, there is a big difference. That means you are now confirming that Rajdeep, in my case, I am confirming through this that Rajdeep is not I. Is a part of me, yes, but not fully me. So that gives in the subconscious mind that it is what is happening with Rajdeep. Means there must be some entity there which is not getting affected by this. Like you talk about somebody else, something is happening. No? Somebody, so-and-so's father expired. Means somebody else is facing the sad incident or that loss in the family, but not me, right? When you take somebody else's name, that doesn't mean. No? Try using your name into that position. Say that what you are facing. No? XYZ cheated me. XYZ cheated, say Rajdeep. Tell your name. Okay, so you accept. I'm not saying you hide the no, nobody cheated. I'm fine, I'm good, and nobody can do. I cannot have any pain. I cannot have any. No, this is escapism. Okay, face it. Say the truth. The Rajdeep is feel like crying today. Tell the truth if you feel so. Okay, so this, if you start practicing this in the self-talk, use your name, not say I. Simple thing, but it will impact, you will transform your life big way. This is number one. Number two, the subconscious mind, as I was telling, it does not accept that it is possible to read mind because we are not habituated. So I developed my own, technique because I need to break that thing. I know what is, what is to reach here. Guruji was telling, but these finer things, it will only come from a direct experience. It cannot be taught. You need to develop which helps you, which we need to develop on your own. You know what I did? When I was just sitting idle, I took a mobile and put some kind of some stopwatch thing, some program that every minute it will give a ting. It will just give a small sound. End of every minute. So 10 minutes I program. So every 10 minutes it will give me some kind of ring. Then I put some kind of, piece of paper and the pen in front of me. So I'm just sitting here maybe. So then my mobile is a ting. So that is 1 minute is over. So what is currently I'm thinking, I write 2 words there. Okay. So maybe I'm thinking, what are the things I need to do today? So do today. That's the 2 words I have written there. Then my thoughts goes, I think I need to go to market. I think last 3 days I didn't go to market, and my wife told me the rice is finished. I have to bring rice. I think which rice? India Gate. Okay. Chung another by that. So I write India Gate there. Okay. Then I'm start thinking, okay, I will go, but which time go? Is afternoon is too crowded. So I think I should go before 10 o'clock. Then the traffic will be a little bit less, and then I can reach faster. And maybe then I can finish it in 10 minutes and come back by that Sheikh Zayed Road. Tung another. Right, Sheikh Zayed Road. Okay, something. So anyway, so your thought is going on. So I said, then I think we need to go to bank. And so which is the nearest? Should I go to ATM? No, it's okay. I can do it in the evening. But there was a check supposed to be deposited. I think better to go to branch and see the check deposit. Tung, then check deposit. Okay. I'm just giving some examples. So after doing 10 minutes of this exercise, okay, then you you read it yourself. That same paper, the two words you have written. So for each thought, current thought going in the mind, you need to control the thought. I'm not saying you have to meditate. I'm saying just this normal flow, just note down. Then you read whatever you have written. There'll be 10 points, no? After end of each, 10 or 15, it's up to you. Then you read. So you will be very surprised to see how your mind works, first of all. So many things you have done, what is something is that your, what is called, you need to go to market, then rice, then Sheikh Zayed Road, then some check deposit, and different thing. Call my mom, and then after that it is visiting a doctor, and then you have to that video call coming and all this kind of thing. You see that there is no link. If you say first a point of the 10 minutes, whatever you're thinking, and the last point, completely different, absolutely no relation. But we don't think that way. We think we're thinking about one topic. We don't. So 10 minutes must be thinking about same thing. No. Within a minute changes many times. 60,000 thoughts normally passes through our mind every day. Awake state. Anyway, so if you do this exercise, you need not to show it to anybody. You just tear it off and throw it. But what help it does? Okay, a simple thing you have to write down. When you read that again and again, then, okay, what is the content doesn't matter. But first of all, you see the bizarre, you have some idea how your mind works. That is a good thing. You at least you have some idea now how your mind works. And secondly, if you read it aloud, nobody is listening. You need not to read it to someone. Just read it yourself, loudly. Loudly means with uttering those words. If you do that, then your subconscious mind will get that. Listen this part very carefully. Okay. Your subconscious mind will pick up that information. It is possible to read the thoughts. Okay. I repeat here. When you read aloud, whatever you have written, those 10 points, your subconscious mind will be convinced that it is possible to read the thoughts in your mind because you're physically reading. Those 10 thoughts at that current moment, whatever has passed through, you're reading now. If you do this exercise for a month or so, then your subconscious mind will be convinced, yes, it is possible to read the thoughts. Simple thing. Then you start watching the thoughts, you'll be able to witness. But if your subconscious mind is not convinced, you will have a difficulty. I'm not saying everybody is having it. Somebody has a natural talent. Even though without that exercise they develop. That's fine. Okay, you don't have to. If you already can do it, you need not to do this exercise to do it. It's not necessary. But if you have a challenge in this area, I know most of the spirituals, the seekers, they have that challenge in this area. You do this exercise to two things. One is everything happening, you say, so and so, your name. See, in my case, Rajdeep is facing this. Rajdeep is sad. Rajdeep is feeling bad. Rajdeep is, feeling, rejected, or Rajdeep is feeling happy. Okay, anything. But use as your name, not I. And secondly, this exercise, if you do it regularly, slowly, that block will be over. Even without knowing, consciously knowing. The subconscious block will be cleared, you will be able to witness. Actually witness. And the third point is that any kind of witnessing, you have to position yourself in a stationary point, not a moving point. That's what I told you, come out of the boat, that example I have given. Come to the river bank because it is stationary. You cannot see something when you yourself is moving. Then you will get a relative vision of that one, and which will impair you to see the truth. You choose wherever. Somebody say, I wanted to see from the top. Okay, you see from the, but stationary. Thoughts will be flowing. That is the nature of the thoughts. Thought cannot be standstill. If you can still your thought, you get enlightened. That much powerful it is. And that's why we know it, thought cannot be stopped in the middle. And that is why we say we go to no thought zone. So thought doesn't disturb us and you get to that space where you need to go. But if you can actually hold the thought, the research has already done, they said it is, if you hold the thought for 63 seconds, one thought, continuously, hold it. You can manifest that, whatever you are thinking. It has got that much of power. Okay, I'm not going into that, but first of all, is try to go to no thought. But if you really can stop a thought or the same thought continuously it is not flowing, it's stuck there. You're holding it. The power it will create will manifest the content of that. Okay. Suppose it says, I need a bigger house. And that thought, if you can hold for 63 seconds, only same thought, no other, no doubt, no thing, what will be the cause for that? Then you are going, just one thought, it will be manifested. Okay. Anyway, so basically the thoughts are always flowing. So you need to witness from a stationary point of reference, or where you will stand, or the witnesser will stand. That is from that position you watch, because emotions, thought, these are all flowing. So then we practice how to go to the stationary part of it. So we say we find the gap, so those are the stationary parts. From that, the gap started increasing, and then you go to the no thought, things like that. Okay, but witnessing is important. If you are in the thought, you will not be able to do that. And in the meditation also, you practice that. If you are, suppose you trying something, but you go ahead with it, we realize that, oh my goodness, I have come with so many thoughts. Then I thought that and this and that, so I am no longer witnessing. How to come back? Just watch your breath. Just feel the breathe in and breathe out, and center yourself. We call it, you center yourself. The moment you start watching your breath, then your attention would be at the present moment. You are not going with anywhere. And then start watching the next thought, which is passing through your mind. Just witnessing. Thought will flow, you will not. This exercise, this particular thing is called being in a Sakshi Bhav. It is a witness consciousness. You are operating from the witness level. And as I says, witness level is the level of where the soul operates. So you are basically operating from your soul consciousness when you are witnessing. You will not get carried away, instructed, pushed by the external world and the thoughts which is passing through. It's just simply witnessing. Whether to take any action or not, it can decide. No need to react. So to do that, the tool is that no judgment, no analysis of the content of the thoughts. We practice in our third step. We practice Chitta Upasana. The reason that we don't want to analyze the thought or say it's a good thought, bad thought, and all those things, because the moment you start doing it, you get involved into the thought. You are no longer in the witnessing position. Your witnessing will go. You will carry away with those thoughts. Okay, so this is about the, and slowly you have to extend it into every activity you do in awake state in your life. That is called living a life with Sakshi Bhav. And this is the operating your life from the witness consciousness. Okay, so the next I will go into the power of witness consciousness. That is the second part. So far regarding this practical tips and other things, what is witness or thing like that. If you have any question, you just, unmute and ask me.
Guruji, I have a question. It is that when you...
Yes, Manali.
When you say now we will do Chitta Upasana, that time no thought comes to my mind, like God's place. But the moment I finish this class, all thoughts comes to my mind like the floodgate is open. And it keeps on going, and like how to control it. But
witnessing. There's a witnessing, no? Practice witnessing. Don't see, let me put it in this. Don't control thoughts. Okay. Be in the witness mode. No need to control anything.
No, that I get confused because during Chitta Upasana, or when you say that witness your thoughts, no thought comes to my mind. Even once I told you, how can I witness my thought? Because no thought is coming to my mind during meditation with you. But at that time, it comes like, a very heavy flow.
Yeah. That is normal. That is 60,000 thoughts will come, normally comes. That's what I was saying. So first step is try to just witness them, not to get affected by them. Okay, just try to witness what is going on in my mind.
Okay.
Just try that. It is not easy. Yeah, that's what I have, devoted on the session on this aspect only. It's a small thing, but difficult to achieve. Okay. That's why I shared my experience, my experimentation with these things. How to do it practically. Okay, mind is not convinced, our subconscious mind, and a belief system that it's not possible. And it will come. So don't try to control them. Don't try to stop them. More you try to stop thinking, you are energizing that, and that it will be more powerful. Just allow them to flow. It's okay. But witness. Keep watching. That's all. It will be reduced on their own. Not by your effort. It will reduce on their own. Normally I give example like it's a natural principle. Suppose in one room there are 10 children. Okay. They close the door and throwing pillows and doing shouting and jumping on the bed, or so many things they're doing. Now, in one adult, if they open the door, say somebody has entered, that adult is not, shouting at them and say, you stop and you sit down and nothing. Simply entered into the room. Suddenly you will see the activity of the children, they calm down. They will not scold anyone or not say anything. Just simply came in the room. All this jumping and shouting and of the children, it will come down. Okay. So what makes the difference? Simply the witnessing change their behavior to change. Children behavior. It will naturally happen. You need to teach them. Okay, I'm not saying somebody is fearful. Yeah, they will beat them up. No, maybe some nice people. Just an adult enter into the room. Our mind also happens that way. When somebody is watching, the activity comes down. So the key to reduce your, full of thoughts in your mind will be try witnessing without judgment. Do not engage. Be witness. We call it aloof attention. Means you are not, into that. You're just witnessing. That's it. Okay. It is a skill. It needs to be developed over the period of time. Try that, then you will be at least improved. If you start practicing, just after 1 month of practice, see what was your condition 1 month before, 1 month after, you will see the big change. Not daily. Daily is not possible to track it, but you will be able to see that. Okay?
Okay, Guruji. Thank you.
All right.
Guruji, one thing.
Yes, Hariom.
When we say witnessing, it is just seeing that one thought has come. We don't label it good or bad. Labeling is not to be done, or it can be done.
Labeling cannot be done.
Labeling cannot be done. It is just thought. Whether it is good or bad, we don't even analyze that aspect also.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Guru.
All right. Okay.
Guruji, one question.
Yes. I cannot see.
Guruji, Vijay.
Yeah, Vijay. Yes.
Guruji, is it possible that without going into the witness mode, even though you can detach from your thoughts?
If you can do that, you are a master. But it takes steps to reach there. If you can do that, no matter what is going on, you are not at all, affected by it. You don't need to indulge into anything. That's fine. That is a level of the masters. They do that. The thought is going at one level, and you are operating in the higher level. So you don't disturb the thought. Neither you need to watch them. Okay. So that is possible, but because basically I will recommend you go by step. Okay, so that will help you. It is possible, but it is a master level. So somebody said, "Can I do 100-meter run in 10 seconds?" It is possible, but that comes under the record category. I say better you practice 1 year before you go to the sports. The sports and competition. That you don't assume that you will be able to run 100 meters in 10 seconds. Okay, so focus on the practice. That will happen. That will be the outcome. But if you can do that without practice, all good. That's fine. Okay, so here my advice is go practice those things and make yourself ready, and it will be fine. Even if because of any reason you come down, you'll be able to be there because you know the technique. Okay. Right. Okay. God bless you. Yes, Aditi.
Rajdeep, I have one point.
1 minute, Manal.
I have one point to clear. Apart from this technique, what exercise you suggested, you told one more thing, that whatever is happening to me, say in my case, Aditi, it is happening to Aditi is suffering, someone cheated Aditi like this, you are telling to explain. So it is a different part, or how it will be, it's not clear to me. I mean, everything, whatever is happening to Aditi, I must tell to my higher self right throughout the day. Is it like that? Am I, my understanding is right, or what?
No, not to your higher self. What you are saying to yourself, lower self.
Oh, I see.
To your mind. Yeah, to your mind. Higher self knows everything. It doesn't need your input. Okay. But you tell your lower self, tell to yourself. Yeah. It's like a self-talk, pep talk.
Okay. So how does that self-talk
Aditi is facing this. Yeah, because it will change your subconscious patterns. You will come out of the victim mode. See, most people, what happens because of something happens not of their liking. Most of the people are. I'm facing life that way. They come to poor me syndrome. Like, why this happening to me? What I have done wrong? Why God is punishing me? All these kind of things. None of them is a reality, truth. Okay. But so you reward it so that whenever after that it will happen automatically. Like now anything happens, I say, okay, Rajdeep is facing this. I never say I am facing it. No, I'm fine. I am in a Sachidanand state. It cannot, nothing in this, Tom, Dick and Harry cannot disturb this. That level is there.
So you
it's
mean
like
to
you're
say,
going in the aeroplane and somebody is throwing an arrow. An arrow will not reach to that aeroplane. No?
You mean to say that if I feel that I got cheated, that is giving me pain, say, but if I start believing that way, that by telling my name and all, then that will give me less pain. Is it like that?
No, it will give you the energy to disconnect and tap the power rather than saying you are a victim.
Okay.
Means you are like it will give your life like you are watching a movie show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Villain may be sending bombs and things like that, but he will not get affected, right?
Okay. So it will give me less pain.
Yeah, it will give you power to bring the control, give the understanding, give the awareness you need to control your life, or not control, lead your life.
But to overcome that problem.
Yes. You cannot means, what Einstein said, that you cannot get a solution of a problem from the same level. In the same level, or in other words, the consciousness which created that problem, same consciousness cannot solve the problem. You need to go one level higher. If two laborers are fighting, the supervisor has to intervene and make sure things right. If the two supervisors are fighting, then engineer has to get involved instead of settle the matter. So thing like that. Engineers are fighting, then it go to the manager. Two departmental managers fighting, go to general manager. They cannot, because if they can solve themselves, fighting would not have happened. Okay, so what I am saying is, to solve the level of this lower consciousness, you have to uplift yourself into higher consciousness, and from there you look into it, solution will come. Exactly what, I don't know. It will be unique for each and every one, but it will come for sure.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, Manali?
Yes, Guruji, regarding Hariyamji's question, that you said that we are not to judge whether it's a bad thought or good thought, but whenever I feel that I'm having a negative thought, I instantly pray to God that please forgive me. So isn't it right?
So that is the second part. No, that is the second part. First of all, try to, means you are not, like I am now thinking of a spiritual thought. Okay. But that is also a thought. You have to go to the no thought area. So it is not even keeping the good and leaving the bad. This idea need to go. So no matter what is coming, you are witnessing.
Okay.
Like it is not about, taking the North Pole and leaving the South Pole of a magnet. It's not possible. You just demagnetize it. Good, bad, both will go. That is the level to achieve I'm talking here. And that level can come from simply witnessing, not judging. Not good and bad or, things like that. Whole thought process need to be under your control. They should not be the master and you are the slave. You have to come to the level of the master, and level of the master is that thought to be looked at like a slaves.
Okay.
Okay, it should be under your control. If you want thought, no thought, no thought. You'll be able to switch them off. If they keep running, then they are the masters. No? You are their slave. They are running your business.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
All right. Okay. Yes, Chaitali.
Guruji, suppose I burned my hand and I'm saying Chaitali's hand is burned. Then how come it will help me to feel the pain of my burned hand?
Means your hand is burned, you have to remove the hand from the, that is a normal response.
No, because the injured hand, my burned hand will feel the pain, na?
Yeah.
Right.
That's correct.
So that time I will tell ke no, Chaitali's hand is burned, not my hand is burned. No,
correct.
But that will not reduce my pain.
No, that will be. You don't know.
Okay.
That will reduce your pain. If not pain, see, the pain can happen. It is none of your control. See, if you put a hand, is a law of karma. You did some action, you burned. I'm just physically saying, I know what you are talking. Some situation you burned your hand. I'm physically saying, if you truly put your hand into fire, it will burn. Means before that event took place, you were not aware that my hand will be burned if I, put my hand in. Or in other words, you've gone into some situation when equivalent to burning your hands thing have happened. Before the event, you're not aware that it is a risk for me. If I do this, if I say this, I will get this kind of reaction. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So awareness can stop that from the beginning, not after. It will not happen simply if you are living in awareness. But now I'm coming post event. It happened because of whatever be the reason it happened. Okay. In this case, whatever pain you got, that cannot be changed because it is as per the law, it will happen. As per the physical law, external law, it will happen. Okay. Every action will have equal and opposite reaction. What you have now, you have a choice whether to suffer or not. Suffering means the same pain you are repeating in your mind again and again. Why me? What's wrong with me? I didn't do anything bad to anyone. I make good. I think good. I do help me many people, but I see what I'm getting. This part, second part, is a suffering. Pain happened only once for a second, right? But you are playing hours after hours, sometimes days after days with the same story. What I'm saying, the second part, you can wipe it off. You have a power of control in your mind.
Okay.
You take a medicine, whatever. You say, okay, fine. It's happened. Go to the doctor, take treatment, and it will be cured. But the mental running, that same tape recorder, or the broken record, we call it. You play again and again. You have enough power within yourself, so not to play that in your mind. Okay. Kabir was, sitting in something park bench or the temple thing, and he is in his own thing, Sant Kabir. So one dog came and, bite his leg. And he didn't react. Some people came, hey, Santji, somebody has, the dog has bitten and all that thing. You have to go and you have to doctor, you have to take, hydrophobia and this and that, take injection and whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying the story. But you know what he said? Oh, bale wo kutta jane aur chamri jane. Means the dog knows and the skin knows. Which it means it doesn't bother me. It's between the dog and my skin. See, this is the level of detachment he is having. Okay. But kutta mujhe kata, chal tere to do patthar maar. See, these things, that's what we normally react because we don't have that. So forget about the suffering. Even the pain he is not recognizing. It is possible. To answer your question, it is possible to go to that level. Okay. It is possible even not to get into the pain. If you're so much detached, pain will not come. Okay. But anyway, just try this because see, now it may look like a theoretical thing. Now I'm going to explain something, the power of witnessing. You will not realize that it is possible unless until you try it yourself. You have first-hand experience. Okay. Your ego mind will object. It's aisa thodi hota hai. So many people are struggling and say, this is just do this and it will happen. No. Try that. Okay. I did. I will share what I did. Okay. So, all right. So, okay. Yeah. All right. So now I'm saying the power of witnessing. So as I said, that this power is we are tapping from our soul consciousness, which is all powerful. The moment you are witnessing, you are in the gallery, you are sitting in the same bench with your soul consciousness. When you are witnessing the game, you are enjoying the game rather. In soul level, there is no good or bad. Everything is experience. Okay. And if you take that, then you will not get affected both ways. Too much of sadness, too much of happiness, both you will not experience. You'll be in equanimity state where your soul consciousness is. Okay. So you'll be watching from that level and the game. You will enjoy the game, but you will not get involved into the game. Okay. Neither you are playing, not you are betting. Okay, nothing. Just enjoy the game. Don't consider which who will win and who will lose, and oh, I'm very great and it is sad, and no, it's okay. Enjoy. It's a game. So this is the level of the witness consciousness, and the primary reason for that is the soul does not need that these are the events to please them. It's connected with the purity, pure joy, unlimited source. So it doesn't need that. So you enjoy the game, it's okay. Now I'm saying the power. So first point was about the power is coming from there. Okay. Now, suppose all these patterns, whatever we are now going into the pattern of something maybe you see similar situation happens in your life again and again and again. Why? It is none because the other character changes, but your experience doesn't change. Suppose you get a feeling somebody cheated. You get cheated by 5 different people. Some have taken money, didn't return, and things like that. And many people. So it doesn't matter about them because it is your vibration. You're attracting those events to your life. So what you need to do, you have to learn and move on. Maybe it was originally the soul's plan to have that experience, but the repeating of that experience comes from our own pattern. You don't go out of the pattern. Or we develop some kind of addiction. So that addiction gives those kind of results. How to get out of this kind of patterns, this kind of addictions or things which we are sometimes unknowingly we're doing, repeating ourselves because we're governed by those patterns. And the thoughts are basically, run by those kind of things, patterns. It means it allows us that thought generates from the pattern and the thought then control us. And we listen to the thought and do it, so whatever thinking, because that time we don't have a differentiation, the thoughts are not me. So I have decided to go there. You didn't decide, your thought did. You acted on whatever the thought going on. If you stop the thought, your decision will change. Okay. So here what you do, if you witness, when you give attention to something, you get power with that soul consciousness directly. And that power has the ability to mitigate whatever the things are, whatever you are giving attention to. Suppose you become angry, that emotion, give attention to that emotion. And that power which is coming through the soul consciousness down to that, through your witnessing, you're giving attention there. It has got power to bring it under control. It is a power to dissolve also. Giving attention means you are just connecting, putting that plug with that source where it will flow there. Something good you are giving attention, then it will, you will be able to energize it. But something which is unpleasant, you will have a power to reduce it, even sometime to vanish it. Now let me share one of my story. I was having alcoholism addiction, I told you earlier. So somebody, in the spiritual thing, he told me that you do one thing, just while, before you take any drink, you look at that like this, and then drink. I said, what will happen this? I'm suffering from years, I maybe, I've started, losing my health and losing my job and losing my family, everything because of this addiction. And while looking at the glass, what difference does it make? I didn't understand. I said, it is all nonsense. What he is talking. He's a spiritual guy, but not my guru. So like a fellow thing, but he understood this part. See, now I realize what he meant was, he also may not be knowing how it is, but I did my own experiment. But it does make change. Simply, looking, giving attention, whatever you're doing. In fact, I am going to stay to that level, this witnessing, that power, because that I start connecting with my higher self, and through that, not consciously, but it happens when I give the witnessing. It is a power to absorb the poison in it. It has gotten up to that level. It will not affect me. Okay. Even if, don't try this, but even if you look at it poison, good enough time, the poison, even if drink that poison, cannot affect you. It got that kind of power. Simply, you are witnessing it. Through the your witness, you are giving that connection, giving that power. But give full attention. It's not that you're looking and also say, oh, who's make that sound? Oh, my cat is running around here. Don't distract, then it will not happen. Okay. If you're doing it 100%, full attention to that. Similarly, any emotion, if you give full attention, it has power to dissolve it. You will not get affected by it. Slowly, that your life experiences will change. So first is you are witnessing, and then by power of witnessing, it will dissolve. Suppose you are facing some, difficulty in some office or some work environment or not. If you watch those things, give that attention. It is a power to dissolve that negativity. Okay. Something is happening. You need not to do anything. Just simply witness. It has got a power to dissolve that. So this way we can cleanse our environment, but you have to do it consciously. Your attention. You have to focus there. It will not automatically happen. Prayer is good. You mentioned that you do prayer. It's good. Prayer is one way. When I'm asking something, my request is sent. But how do you know your request is granted? What channel you have got to receive it back? It needs to have a two-way communication, not one way. To open up that, you have to give attention. And when you receive it, then you have to send a gratitude. Gratitude invites grace, not prayer. Prayer is what you want. Okay. But you will get what you deserve. So you have to increase your deserving capacity. And gratitude is in the top of that. Grateful for whatever you have received, whatever you have, you will get more. Not by praying whole day, give me this, give me that. No. Okay, raise your vibration, give your attention, use the tool you already have, then you'll get more. Not that I have many things, but it's okay, but I will, it is easy for me to keep asking. No, it will not come. After a certain level, it will stop. Okay, implement whatever you already have. It will come to you through different channels, different means. Currently, you are suffering from something. Suddenly say that some spiritual discourse is given on the same topic what you are suffering. Do you think it's a coincidence? No. Guru Mandala knows what you need at this point of time. And that will be given to you. Only thing you have to accept, appreciate, and implement. Otherwise, the same thing will happen. I was talking about that 5 years somebody is doing, all meditation, all kriya. But this simple thing, it didn't happen to, she's a lady. It happened to her that I need to, do the witnessing. If it is not happening, what is the thing? You have to, invest your time and effort to do that. Not doing repeatedly something which is, then you blame over this kriya and thing, it doesn't work. It works. But you have to do it properly. You have to exactly follow what I say. If there is an area of difficulty, you have to address that difficulty, because that difficulty will be unique to you. But this particular one, witnessing, many people face it because of the hangover from that, our earlier lives, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years we spend on that mode. It is difficult to change. I understand that. But first step towards doing the solution is to recognize that it is an issue. Not to blame, oh, it never happens. It's a big talk. But no. If not consciously, unconsciously, if that is the thing, attitude, it will not change. Your experience will not change. You cannot break that ceiling to go beyond that. All right. So I think this is about this.
Guruji, just wanted to ask one small thing.
Mm.
When we are saying that we need to give attention to that particular aspect, suppose it is a glass. Now, attention is by all my senses, that is by looking at it, thinking about it, or is it speaking something into it? Like some places they say, charge the water with your eyes. So what is it? When you say attention means what sense of mind or which sense is to be used to give that full attention to it?
See, it's a good question. Here, our maximum power connection, the consciousness, it flows through our eyes. Okay, maximum part of it. And then if you gaze that, then you get the best connection. Just you have to say, look at that and show that connection, because you see, after end of our meditation, we give this power back to our eyes first, right? Because it is already energized, and when you open our eyes and look into it, we'll be directly connected with our consciousness. So it is not about touching it and using five senses and listening what the glass is telling or testing it. Definitely no. Okay, not those senses. Look at that. Okay, look at that. And if there is another way also, suppose you can just put it in a hand and feel it. Whatever it is, it can be the sensation or something. You feel that what is something in your hand, that is a feeling. First is you can directly look into it. When you look into it without thought, the connection opens up. Or you feel it in your hands. Okay, feel means something is there. I'm not talking about the touch. I'm saying everything. The touch, the weight, that something, you feel it completely as much as possible.
So I have one thing, Rasdeep.
Yes.
Yes. So the thing is that if that is not visible, so it's not visible. It is something like some thought process, something which we would like to happen, and it's not happening. So then how can we look at it? We can think about it.
It's not look. You have to bring it to your intention. See, we send healing at the end of our session. And we said to bless it. It is not physical. Suppose some situation, bring your intention, that situation, and heal it.
Okay, got it.
So bringing to your intention means you are giving attention to it so that the channel opens up.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Fine then. So that completes our learning session.